Hello, friends. Welcome to Greta Talks. In this episode, the trio headed their journey. Shriram, Sita, and Lakshman met their friends, devotees, and wise sages who gave them the enlightening experiences, knowledge, and an opportunity to enjoy the company of beautiful nature. Shriram, Sita, and Lakshman paced on the paths in the forest, crossing the Tamasa Gomati rivers, reached Shrungavel Puri, the place located on the banks of the Ganga. It was the kingdom of Shriram's devotee Nishad Raj Guha. The news of Shriram's arrival on the banks of the Ganga delighted his mind. Hurriedly he came to the banks of the Ganga to worship his deity Shriram. Shriram affectionately hugged Guha and inquired about his well-being. Guha said, "O Lord, you, Mother Sita, and Lord Lakshman are living in harsh conditions in exile. So how can I be happy? I pray you to stay here and rule us, as this kingdom belongs to you." Shriram smiled and said, "O Nishad Raj, I am fully aware of your affection for me, but I have to spend 14 years in exile. We will cross the river Ganga tomorrow morning." Nishad Raj and his subjects assembled on the banks of the river Ganga early in the morning. Shriram and Lakshman applied the sticky gum obtained from the bark of the banyan tree to their black curls of hair and tied their knots. Then Shriram and Sita sat in the boat kept ready by Guha, and Lakshman stood behind them. Guha started rowing the boat. When the boat reached the middle of the river, Sita got up to pay respect to the river Ganga and get her blessings. She said, "O Mother Ganga, take care of us in this period of exile. I will worship you while returning safely from our exile." The boat reached on the opposite bank of the river. Shriram, Sita, and Lakshman got down from the boat and started walking their way through the forest located on the banks of the Ganga. They reached the Hermitage of Sage Bharadwaj. He welcomed Shriram happily in his hermitage. Shriram spent the entire day in the knowledgeable discussion. Shriram asked the sage, "O great sage, please let us know about a place where we can stay wholeheartedly without disturbing the peace of the sages in the forest." Sage Bharadwaj said, "Shriram, you will find the confluence of the three rivers Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. Then towards the west, you will see Chitrakoot Mountain situated in the Neelvarna forest. Chitrakoot Mountain is adorned with lovely flora and fauna. The climate is also pleasant. You can stay there for some days on that mountain." Shriram, Sita, and Lakshman reached at the Chitrakoot Mountain. Lakshman built a hut for them. Lakshman used to collect fruits and edible roots in the forest for them to eat. Sita used to ask lot of questions inquisitively to Shriram about various flowers, fruits, trees, and creepers. Shriram gave lot of information about them to Sita. He also used to tell various primitive stories and sermons to her. Sometimes he used to go in the forest and gave information to Sita about peacock, swan, and calves of deer. He introduced the bird called stork and showed its interesting activities to Sita. Lakshman was serving his elder brother and sister-in-law with total dedication. He was very particular to take care of their comfort and happiness. He was very alert, watchful, or vigilant to take care of their security without taking rest. They had retained their cheerfulness even in exile. So friends, the takeaway of this episode is utmost humility and devotion of Guha for Shriram. It reflects Shriram's determination to abide by his decision of staying in the forest in spite of Guha's offer to rule them. Sita's devotion and reverence for Mother Ganga as the life giving source for human beings. Her worshipping Ganga gives us message to conserve and respect our rivers by maintaining cleanliness on the river banks. Shriram's interaction with the knowledgeable sages and gaining knowledge from them proves the importance of communication skills as an effective way to exchange information. Shriram's concern about maintaining peacefulness in the lives of sages living in the forest is also reflected. The picturesque description of the beautiful nature on the Chitrakoot Mountain appeals us to preserve the fading beauty of nature in today's age. Their simplicity and positive thinking is seen through the way they live in the forest. Lakshman's dutiful and devoted nature for his brother Shriram and his sister-in-law is revealed as well. This is all about their initial phase in exile. Stay tuned for the next episode in which we will see what happened to King Dashrath after Shriram's departure from Ayodhya. So, thank you and goodbye.